Hey everyone, it's Rachel. Welcome back to Rachel's Family Table. We're starting off this video with a meal that we made before we left to go on our vacation to Tennessee. Here you're seeing Bill and myself wrapping shrimp in bacon and just securing it with a toothpick, and we're putting that on our basket that goes into the air fryer, and we're going to cook these shrimp in the air fryer. And as you see, we're trying to make this process go a little faster, doing it together, and I'm a little bit of a control freak, so you may notice that I redo some of the shrimp that Bill wraps so that they lay flat and are the way that I want them. I try really hard not to be like that, but it's very difficult for me to let other people do things their way. Let me know in the comments if you have this problem too. On this day, Bill asked me if I had any idea what we were having for dinner, and I said, I don't know. We have a bag of frozen shrimp and a pack of bacon. And he said, sounds good, bacon wrapped shrimp. A lot of times that's how dinner evolves around here. The only problem with having bacon wrapped shrimp is that Cameron and I do not like shrimp. So I made some tuna melts for us. And Bill doesn't like tuna, so it was kind of one of those things where, you know, we had a couple people eating the shrimp and bacon shrimp and a couple people having tuna melts, but that's how it goes in our family. We always have split decisions on dinner. But somehow we make it work and keep it in the same food family. Since these shrimp are already cooked, we just popped them in the air fryer until the bacon was nice and crispy. And then I'm just going to get started on a sauce that we can brush on the bacon wrapped shrimp. Just using some butter that I melted in the microwave, adding some honey and some Cajun seasoning, and that is all. And we just kind of mixed it according to taste and what we personally liked, and then just brush that onto the bacon shrimp after it had cooked and got crispy, just to kind of give it a glaze. We put it back in and let it cook a little longer after the bacon was already nice and crispy. next I got started putting the tuna and the mayo together to make some tuna melts for Cameron and I. Um, Unfortunately, as I was cooking, I was starting not to feel very well, and I actually ended up being really sick for a couple of days with a stomach bug. And when you have a stomach bug, you just maybe tuna salad isn't the wisest choice, or wouldn't be my choice of anything to get to feel sick after you eat. It was actually really good at the time, but I did walk around with like a knot in my gut for the whole next day after eating this. But anyway, it was a good idea, and I really do enjoy a tuna melt every now and then. Although I did make this in the most um, messy way possible, and maybe I just needed to drain my tuna a little bit better. I don't know. It did get a little runny on me, which I was a little upset about because I wanted it to look nice and pretty, and it just didn't turn out that way. So I know that some tuna melts are just made open faced, but I really wanted mine to have the two pieces of bread like a grilled cheese. So all I'm doing is putting a piece of buttered bread, buttered side down. Then I add my tuna salad, which mine, as you saw, was just tuna, mayo, and dill pickle relish. I added some sliced tomato, which I salted because I always feel like my sliced tomatoes need salt, and then a piece of cheese. And I could have stopped right there and then just melted that cheese on top. And no, I had to do this, but it still tasted just fine. I mean, messy food tastes the same, right? And voila, here is what my dinner turned out to be. I had some Doritos. I like to dip my Doritos in sour cream, and that is what I had on the side. And as you can see, I had a little bit running out. Okay, so after a couple of days, we were able to get out and get on the road and get moving to Tennessee. We had a couple of hiccups getting started, but this is actually the second day that we were on the road. We had started later in the evening and had to stop and stay. I'm kind of laughing at myself because I am not one of those people who travels beautifully, if you know what I mean. I look like I just crawled out of bed. This is me with my crazy, messy hair, and we are just kind of all laid up in the car eating and talking, but we have a smile on our face. And so because we didn't get to do it before we left, just like I said, I was sick a couple days before we left, we stopped along the way at a Walmart and picked up some road trip food to put in our cooler to make sandwiches. We got some fruit like apples and bananas that keep really well, some chips and things like that. I was really impressed with the Walmart that we stopped at. I believe it was in southern Ohio. The prices were much better than what I'm used to up in Michigan. And then it was also kind of a smaller Walmart, so I like that a lot too. And here I'm just picking up some lunch meat and making a price comparison here between the Great Value chips and the name brand. We did need some flossers and some deodorant, which we forgot to pack. But here, there was a $4 difference in the chips. So these were going back, and then just getting some squeezy condiments to make those sandwiches on the way. And then we were back on the road. Our first day in Tennessee, we decided that we would go to the Tennessee Valley Train Museum, and this was my first time having some boiled peanuts, which I thought were really delicious. I may have eaten too many because I don't know if I will be eating them anytime soon. But we really enjoyed seeing all of the vintage trains. We got to ride on a vintage train and see the scenery and catch up on a little bit of history on the railroad in Tennessee and the vintage trains that are around the U.S. and some are even in our area. And so that was a lot of fun. It was a nice experience. At the end we saw them rotate the locomotive and then they put us back on and took us back. We really enjoyed this train ride. It was a lot of fun. The vintage music and the conductor was dressed in a vintage uniform.
The longer I've waited, the more that I've tried. All the years that I've wasted trying to find it. All that I go through for my peace of mind, let it all go out the window. No smoke in my eyes. I can hear the wind chiming. It's always been you in the back of my mind. Early blue morning, when everything's cold, I see you running, all covered in gold. There's nothing else that eases my soul. I let it all go out the window. No smoke in my eyes. I can hear the wind chiming. It's always been you in the back of my mind. When there are others, I do the routine. I dance all alone there. I try to be seen. Then there's a feeling, you know what I mean. I let it all go out the window. No smoke in my eyes. I can hear the wind chiming. It's always been you in the back of my mind.
After our train ride, we decided to go to Rock City, Georgia, and climb the trails up to Lookout Mountain, where you can look out over 7 states. This was a truly exciting and fun adventure. I am a little bit claustrophobic, so here you see me trying to squeeze through some of these cracks, but it was so worth it.
I'm gonna let the sun shine in today. I'm trying to make this darkness go away. I'll paint with colors and I'll sing until my lungs give out. I'm gonna let the sun shine in today. And I will leave my windows open so that I can hear the sound of people talking and the wind blowing in the trees. Oh, I will open up my eyes so I can see the light. Oh, and I'll try to spread my wings so I can fly. Oh, and the darkness starts to fade. Feels like things are gonna go my way. sunshine in the day. I'm gonna let the past be filled with smoke, and I will try to fix what has been broken, and take this weight off my shoulders, 'cause I know yesterday ain't coming back. I'm gonna let the past stay in the cold. I will listen to the ocean, let its unsaid words be spoken, and I'll let my mind be carried by the waves. Oh, I will open up my eyes so I can see the light. Oh, and I'll try to spread my wings so I can fly. Oh, and the darkness starts to fade, feels like things are gonna go my way. I'm gonna let the sunshine in the day. Gonna let the sun shine in the day. I'm trying to make this darkness go away. I'll paint with colors and I'll sing until my lungs give out. I'm gonna let the sun shine in the day, and I will leave my windows open so that I can hear the sound of people talking, the wind blowing in the trees. Oh, I will open up my eyes so I can see the light. Oh, and I'll try to spread my wings so I can fly. Oh, and the darkness starts to fade, feels like things are gonna go my way. I'm gonna let the sunshine in the day. Gonna let the past be filled with smoke, and I will try to fix what has been broken, and take this weight off my shoulders, 'cause I know yesterday ain't coming back. I'm gonna let the past stay in the cold. I will listen to the ocean, let its unsaid words be spoken, and I'll let my mind be carried by the waves.
We loved this so much. It really was one of our favorite things that we did on our trip. And now we are ready to go get dinner. For dinner, we went to the Juicy Crab, and the waitress told us to make sure that we glove up and bib up to eat this food. We did put our gloves on because this was super, super messy, but the best food usually is, right? I kind of felt like I was 2-year-old. It was a little embarrassing, but I mean, everybody was doing it, so it made it okay. This food was really good. I mean, really good. So my husband ended up getting sausage and shrimp, and he also got some clams. I had some crab legs, the sausage, and the potato and corn. I do not like the shrimp. Cam, of course, got chicken tenders. And then on to the next day of our little vacation here, we decided to take it a little easy and go to a fun center and just play some mini golf and ride some go-karts. For lunch, we had Mexican food, and we do love our Mexican food, but we had to all agree that this was probably the best Mexican food that we have ever had. I wish that we could pack this little restaurant up and take it back to Michigan with us. Thank you for coming along with us. If you had fun, please remember to hit the subscribe button. See you next time. Bye.